come into tabletop position. Wrists right under the shoulders, knees right under the hips. Take your 10 fingers and spread them wide, giving life to your hands. Press the shoulders away from the ears. Keep the neck an extension of the spine, looking down at your mat. And then from here, I want you to drop the belly towards the earth. And then reach the side waist out to the right. Curl the belly into the spine. Reach the left side waist out. And then find yourself back with the belly dropping down towards the earth. So torso circles here in tabletop position. Out to the right, reaching the belly button up towards the spine like a cat. Reaching out to the left and drop the belly. I want you to begin winding around your circle nice and slow. Inhaling on the way up, exhaling on the way down. Finding any little tension, tight spots. That you may want to pause in, take a nice deep breath. Just go nice and slow. You're just reaching into all sides of the body, finding what's tight. And then pause when you have that belly dropping down towards the earth. Press the shoulders away from the ears again. Look forward. Send those sits bones out behind you and up. And then nice and slow, start winding in the opposite direction. Torso circles, breathing in as you come up, out as you go down, in and out. Making the circle about the breath. So as long as you're inhaling and exhaling around your circle, finding any tight spots, pausing wherever you need to pause. And then come back to a nice neutral position here in tabletop position. So nice flat back. And then when you're ready, extend the right arm up to the sky. And then as you exhale, thread that arm underneath the left, come down onto that right shoulder. Press into the left palm. Nice spinal twist here. Breathe into the left side of the body. Breathe into the twisting happening in the spine. If you'd like, you can press into the outside of your right arm here. Take the left arm up to the sky, and then behind you, tucking that hand on top of your right thigh for a deeper twist. Use the leverage of that outside right arm to really help you open in this twist. Breathe. And then release the left palm to the earth. Rise up, inhaling. Draw that arm up to the sky again. And back down for tabletop. Inhale, left fingertip sweep up to the sky. Exhale, draw that arm, thread it underneath the right. Come onto that left arm, left shoulder. Press into the right palm, really breathing into the twist here. And don't hold your breath. Allow the breath to keep moving, keep flowing. Not holding on to tension, but allowing it to come up and let go. If you like, press into the outside of the left arm, take the right arm up, and then drop it behind you, taking those left fingertips to the top of that left thigh. Breathing into the twist, use that left arm as leverage. And then nice and slow, take that right palm down to the earth, press yourself all the way up, reach those left fingertips up to the sky, and back down for tabletop position again. Now, I want you to take your right arm forward, left leg back for a balancing pose here. Remember, keep those fingers spread wide. You can flex the back foot. I want you to press the left shoulder away from the ear, extend the right arm straight in front of you. You can spread those fingertips wide. Pull your belly button up to the spine for balance, but still breathe through the pose. Still allow the belly to soften to get some nice deep inhales. One more deep inhale. And exhale, release. Inhale, extend the left arm forward, right leg back. You can flex the back foot. Breathing, press the right shoulder away from the ear. Squeeze those glute muscles on that back leg, making sure you're not overextending your low back. Breathe. Pull the belly button up towards the spine to help you with your balance, and breathe. One more deep breath in. And release back to tabletop position. Take a nice deep inhale. Press the shoulders away from the ears. Look forward. And then exhale. Drop the hips over to the left. If you come all the way down to the earth, take your right arm up to the sky. Open it up for a moment. And then come all the way back up. Inhale. Exhale. Hips over to the right. If they come all the way to the ground, take that left arm up. And breathe. And then all the way back down. Find your tabletop position again. Now from here, I want you to inhale, extend the right leg back, flex the foot, and then point the foot, but flex the toes. Squeeze those glute muscles, lift that leg up, 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 squeezing the glute muscles, and then bending the knee, draw the foot forward between your hands for a lunge here. And go ahead and rise up, taking the hands to that knee or to the hips. Anjali Asana, so you're going to start allowing the hips to move forward and down. You can always place a blanket under this bottom knee or roll your yoga mat to give it a little bit of cushion there. Breathe. If you need blocks here, you can use blocks on either side of your legs, your hips. Keep those shoulders over the hips. If you feel as if you come too far into the pose, just back yourself out a little bit. So we're opening up the front of this left hip flexors, the psoas, all those muscles literally attaching the leg to the torso. So breathe into those muscular attachments. Breathe, open it up. If you want to go a little further, you can reach those arms up, crossing the wrists and taking the palms together. And then nice and slow, come down. Hands on either side of the foot. And you're going to sink back, straighten that front leg, flex the front foot. Ardha Hanuman, half split. Breathe into the back of this leg. You can windshield wipe that foot from side to side. Keep the breath moving. And then nice and slow, bending that knee again. This time you're going to walk that foot over for Kapotasana, pigeon pose. Coming down onto that shin here. This foot is flexed and parallel to the side of your mat. Open up that heart and then come down onto the forearms. Pause here. If you need to pin this foot down so it doesn't slip back, sometimes it slides back, you can. And then wherever you are, if you want to go a little bit further here, you can extend the arms straight out for pigeon pose. You can thread the left arm underneath the right, coming down onto that left side head and left shoulder. Wherever you want to be here for this pose. If you've gone too deep and you realize it's too much on this right hip, then back yourself out a little bit. But breathe into that right hip. See if you can't allow the belly to soften over that right leg if you've come all the way down. See if you can't soften the belly. Let it just expand down with the inhale on top of that right leg. Breathe into the back of that hip. And then one more moment, I want you to take a moment to just feel as if your entire body is liquid. And I want you to just imagine every aspect and fiber of your being is just melting, melting, melting into your yoga mat, melting, melting into a puddle on the floor. Let everything go, let everything relax, the shoulders, the face, everything. And then come all the way back out and up. Step your right leg back into tabletop position here. And then when you're ready, extend that left leg back. Flex the foot first, then point the foot, but flex the toes. And then squeeze those glute muscles. Lift that leg up, 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 using those glute muscles. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then bending that knee, draw the foot forward between your hands for a lunge. Take the hands either on the front left knee or to the hips. Let your hips come forward and down for Anjaneyasana. Now opening up the front of the right hip. You can use blocks here if you need to. Shoulders over the hips. Opening that heart. Breathe into these hip flexor muscles. You want to go a little bit further. Take the arms up. Cross at the wrists. Palms together. Breathe. Breathing into those muscular attachments, the muscles literally tying that leg into the torso. And then exhale, draw the hands down on either side of that foot. Ardha Hanuman, half splits. Sink back with the hips, straighten the front leg, flex the foot. You can windshield wipe the foot from side to side, breathing into the whole back of this leg. Relax the shoulders, relax the face. And then nice and slow, bending into that lunge, and then walk that foot over for Kapotasana, pigeon. Open up the heart. Make sure that back leg is extended straight back. You can make sure this front foot is flexed parallel to the side of your mat. You can pin that foot down so it doesn't slide backwards. And then start making your way down. First to the forearms. Check in here for a moment. Draw your awareness to that left hip and just breathe into it. Letting that tension go. Breathe into the sensation you're feeling. And then either walk your hands all the way out or stay on the forearms if you need to. You can thread the right arm underneath the left, coming down onto that right shoulder, right side of the head. Wherever you are, just breathe into the tension that you're feeling. If you've come all the way down and that belly is on that lower leg, see if you can't really soften the belly. Let it expand with breath on the inhale. See what you can relax here. And then for just a moment before we come all the way out, I want you to imagine that your body is turning into liquid and you're just melting in a puddle onto the floor, into your mat. Everything is melting. The hip, the face, the shoulders, the jaw, the belly, the legs, the fingertips. Touch that still point and then come all the way back out. Find your tabletop position again. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. And from here, I want you to take that belly down to the earth. Inhale, look up, press the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. And then from here, come into a nice neutral spine again. You're going to reach the right arm forward, left leg back. Press the left shoulder away from that ear. Find your balance in this pose again. For some of you, you may want to stay here working on the balance. Anybody else can take those right fingertips back. Bend the back leg, reaching back for that foot and ankle. And then you're going to start taking the foot and hand up and away from the body. Find your balance. Press the left shoulder away from the left ear. And then finally look forward. You're going to point the foot but flex the toes. Breathe. And release. Other side, extend the left arm, reach the right leg back. Stay here working on your balance, or take that foot with the left hand, take that ankle, and then draw the foot and hand up towards the sky. Press the right shoulder away from the ear, and then look forward. Breathe. Strength, balance, flexibility. Breathe. And release. Find your tabletop position again. Drop the belly to the earth. Inhale, look up. Press the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. And release into neutral tabletop position. Now sit back on those heels. Inhale the arms out to the sides and up. And then exhale, hands down into prayer. Namaste.